Hello all the students and participants of my video lecture. Today the theme of our lecture is Steps to Understanding Culture. And first of all, let's define the term what is culture. Because if we want to understand and to clarify this term, we have to know it and to consult different resources. First of all, culture is the process of creative activity during which created, distributed and consumed by spiritual values aspects. In the genetic aspect, culture is represented as a product of society, the overall difference between human activity and biological life forms. The axiological aspect reveals the culture as a totality of material and spiritual values achieved in the process of mastering a person. In the humanitic aspect, culture is revealed as the development, reflection of man himself, his spiritual world and creative abilities. In the normative aspect, culture acts as a system that shapes and regulates relations in society, manages the person in the world in which he lives. And in the sociological aspect, culture is seen as a complex, dynamic education of a social nature. And so I want to present you this theme through the country. So as you know, as you are studying the foreign language, you have to know all the, not only, for example, about America or Great Britain, or also other English-speaking countries. That's why as an example, I have chosen one country, and I want you to get acquainted with it more closer. Okay, Canada. In Canada, culture and traditions unite the customs of different nations. Therefore, various festivals are held here. Some of them have a century-long history. For example, since 1912 in Calgary is the Cowboy Festival. On it, the Sheffield compete in races on wild mustangs, domestic horses and even bulls. And the competitions are held both with the saddle and without this attribute of horse harness. Viewers assess how professional they throw a lasso, milk cows and drive on carts. Okay, so there is a festival which I have told you about it, and this is as you have seen, this is a very huge event which is held in this country and participate a lot of people, and it takes for it is considered like a very big, essential and very vivid festival for all the Canadians. Okay, definitions. Also, we return to the definitions under the culture. Understand human activity it's the most diverse forms, including all the forms and ways of human self-expression and self-knowledge. So, what are the forms and values of culture? So, there are three main forms of culture which we have to know and take into account. The first is social. What is social? What associations come to you when you hear this word? When we hear this word, you have to know that it's like group, family, real values of the individual and society. And subject. What associations come to you when you hear this word, when you hear this term, is literature, mass media, art, subculture, etc. And personal. Personal are considered like such terms like needs, motives, desires, ideals, convictions, etc. From all kinds of culture, the most valuable for me is literature. I'm talking about my own my own view, my own opinion. Culture can be considered by you differently because we are individuals, we are different. We can understand and accept this term very differently. For some of you, culture can be like family, traditions, customs. Some of you can be considered this term from the language, for example. You connect culture and language very closely. But as for me, from all kinds of culture, the most valuable for me is literature, because we can not only learn about the culture of different times, but also live another's life together with the heroes of different works. Not only works, but periods and epochs. Thank you.